We're here out on a. It is a Thursday night, about 10:30 at night, and we're running instant on, quick trigger, pop radar, or whatever you want to call it. We're down here in a valley. Can't really see a whole lot. Basically, see that light? I'll put the only two lights in there. That light on the right side. To the right of that is a hill of dirt, and you can't see the cars. They can't see anything. But I'm down off the side of the highway, kind of in a. It's like a little valley with a road here by River Bridge. It's best to leave it in stationary all mode. This will be the first good stationary video. I'll run it for about 10 minutes and we'll see what we make of it. We'll see if we can catch any speeders. First thing is first, I'll explain the area just a little bit. Exactly 2 miles to my south, we've got another car coming. We'll switch to stationary way. Here we go. And oh. Yeah, wait till they're far enough. Usually I like to wait till they're right by that deal, and I didn't wait long enough. But still, here comes another one. You'll see him. There he is. And here we'll hit him. Now, 64. I apologize if the camera's not picking that speed up, because we're doing it as quickly as possible. It is night, so, you know, it should pick it up better. Anyways, if there's only a single car on the road, your car can go ahead and put it in all mode on the stationary. The only difference between the Stalker Dual and the Stalker Dual DSR, which is what this is the stationary modes. When you see the parenthesis, this is when it's not transmitting. You'll see the parenthesis to the right in the green when it's not transmitting and it's in moving mode. So in other words, you have to be moving for this to work correctly, like it should. Turn up the air just a little bit. Okay. Not sure that did much. I believe I hit the wrong button. Hold on just a second. There we have it. Okay, so that's moving mode. That is stationary closing. In other words, the radar will only clock cars coming towards it. This is stationary away. It will only clock cars going away from it. And obviously this is stationary, just regular mode. It'll clock both lanes, both coming and going. Once again, we're in, what do you call it? Moving mode. Anyways, so while we're sitting down here, we'll leave it in all mode. Now, if there becomes a problem where there's a lot of cars, for instance, if you're interested in clocking a car that's coming towards you, then you put it in stationary closing. One of the problems that a lot of people had back when the old units were out, like the regular, like the Genesis, the old Genesis, the old Custom Eagles, you know, even the Stalker Dual. In fact, we're fixing to have someone come over this hill, and you'll see them. As soon as they peak, and they're done. 64 and a 65. That's a semi right there. Focus in. Okay, we got a car behind him. And 65. Perfect. This is how stationary mode works. It's a pretty effective mode. Cops have used it for many, many years. This is where you can get sneaky. You know, you can go back and hide. But you always got to keep in mind the targets have to be coming to or from you. And the further off the road that you are, the more distance from you to the road, even if you are exactly parallel with the road, the less range you achieve, and also the longer it takes to acquire speed. Now, what you can do when you're off the road a bit, you know, right now I'm about 50 feet off the road, 50 feet right of the road. It's a two-lane highway, and I actually have the antenna pointed a little bit to my left. That way, it hits directly the cars. Now, it's still for the most part accurate, but yeah, at the angle that I'm at, you know, I'm not at much of an angle at all. And the speed reading that I get will probably be 2 to 3 miles an hour slower than what they're actually going. So it's not much of a difference, and it's to their advantage anyways. So if they're speeding and I'm reading 85, they're probably going 87, 88. Now, if I was dead on the side of the road, it'd be perfectly accurate. Plus or minus 1 mile an hour, just like any radar. We'll run for another 3-4 minutes and we'll see what happens. In fact, I need to switch that back. And I'm just trying to run through and just show all the basic things that the Stalker radar and also the rest of the radars do. Most radars do this. They have the decoder, Genesis 2 directional, K and Ka band. So, I believe the custom Ka, I believe that Golden Eagle, the new Golden Eagle, don't get it confused with the old one. The old ones are real slow. I used to have one, but the new Golden Eagles, I'm assuming they perform quite a bit better than the old one. I believe they're directional as well. I'm pretty sure they are. But they're always the quickest in stationary mode. And the stationary mode is the mode that most cops like to use. We'll sit here for another about 2 minutes. We'll see what happens. Anyways, like I was saying, the difference between the Stalker Dual SL, which stands for same lane, and the Stalker Dual DSR, commonly referred to as the Stalker DSR. The only difference between them two is the simple fact that the DSR has the direction sensing capabilities. DSR stands for Direction Sensing Radar. And these modes that I was showing you, the stationary closing, stationary away, in both lanes, that's what the difference is. Because on the dual, you would either get moving mode or you'd get both lanes. So that's the difference between them two. Now someone may have to correct me on this one because I've never owned one, but the only difference that I know of between the Stalker DSR and the Stalker DSR 2X is the simple fact that you can run both antennas, both front and rear, at the same time. This unit, you have to switch back and forth. To be dead honest, I don't really see any need of the 2X. It's just got that extra whistle on it, so I think it's got a couple other bells and whistles that you don't really need. But other than that, this one works perfect. 3+ mile shots. Mile shots consistently. It really depends where you're at, too. If you're in a nice big valley, you can guarantee that thing's going to reach over a mile. So watch out for that. Nice, straight, flat roads. And we're talking about cars right here. Nice, straight, flat roads, just flat. No negative curve or positive curve. Just straight and flat. I'd say a mile for a car, and that's max. Most of the time on just a straight flat road, you're going to be like 3/4 mile or a half mile. Keep that in mind. But if there's a hill and it's curved and the curve goes downward and back up like a valley, you can expect 3+ miles. And also, if the curve is a positive curve, you can expect less than a 1/4 mile. Rain cuts down on range. I know my custom Eagle, it didn't work very well in the rain. We'll test how good that runs in the rain. We'll also do some other tests. This is it for this video. It looks like we have ran out of traffic tonight. And I'll see you in the next video.